A very good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, coming to you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. I am Gift Uwagboy. And now to the news. As a way of addressing security challenges in the state, Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okwebolo summoned a security meeting in Iyamo, Esako West local government area. At the meeting, prominent political, religious, and traditional rulers, heads of security agencies in the state, and other key stakeholders converged to brainstorm on how to address the peculiar security challenges in Edo North. BeeTv News Best Storyteller has the details.
Governor Monday Okwebolo, after the meeting held behind closed doors, said under his watch, criminal elements will not succeed in destabilizing Edo State. He vowed to deal with them decisively and make the state inhabitable for their activities. Former Governor of Edo State and Senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshamale, Speaker Edo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, Minister of Regional Development Abubakar Momo, former Deputy Governors of Edo State Peter Obana and Phyllis Shaibu were in attendance. Others were the former Chief of Staff to the President, Chief Michael Gadome, former Minister for State Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, traditional and religious leaders, security chiefs, and other stakeholders in the security sector. Governor Okwebolo said the security stakeholders meeting had become necessary to ensure peace and security are maintained across the state, particularly in Edo North. He noted that political, religious, and traditional rulers attended the meeting where they all discussed the security challenges facing the people and came up with possible solutions. Governor Okwebolo said that Edo people should expect a better security situation in the state as all the deliberations will be properly utilized.
We came here for a peaceful discussion regarding security. All our leaders were present, and we had a very useful discussion, and I believe we watch it from here, so things will be perfect in our land.
On his part, former Governor of Edo State, Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshamale, after the meeting, commended Governor Okwebolo for his approach to handling security issues in the state. He appreciated him for the security meeting and assured Edo people that the Okwebolo-led administration will make Edo State safe for all to live and to do business. Comrade Oshamale said Governor Okwebolo has provided vehicles and motorbikes for the police and other security agencies.
We are very grateful to His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Distinguished Senator Monday Okwebolo, who has come to discuss with the FMI community about what he has been doing and what he will continue to do to ensure security of life and property in Edo State and for today in Edo North. The people also thank him and appreciate his initiative. He has provided vehicles to the police, he's bought motorbikes for the people, and so on and so forth. So we have also discussed how the communities will work with the security agencies, and any information they have, they can always forward it to the governor through various channels. So I think on the whole, it's like meet your people and hear them out. To my recollection, this is the very first time, even when I was governor, I don't think I came specifically for security, as we have done today. So the people have expressed their confidence in the governor. They have affirmed their loyalty, and they have affirmed their commitment to work together with the security agency so that FMI land will be safe.
Bishop of Catholic Diocese of Auchi, Bishop Gabriel Dunai, appreciated all who came for the stakeholders meeting and urged them to collaborate to ensure peace in Edo State. A traditional ruler from Edo North, His Royal Highness Malam Ali Suleiman, said the security meeting has given stakeholders confidence, while traditional rulers have resolved to collaborate with security agencies and stakeholders to ensure peace in Edo State.
Of the presence of our governor and all our traditional rulers who have come for us to deliberate on the security of our people and our land. And people have spoken their minds, the way forward, as our senator has just told us. They have spoken their mind, and we are going to work with it. God is with us, and one with God is majority. We are going to win. We are going to conquer for God and for his people. Our land will know peace and rest. now, from now on and forever.
Little packages. This day we are experiencing a landmark event. In response to the security issues that have been agitating our minds, we have been very worried. The governor himself did not delegate anybody, came here just to show you who the governor is. Then, of course, our representative at the Senate is here. He did everything to convene this meeting to ensure that our people are assured that there's government. And our people are resolved that given this background, and our honorable minister is here all the way from Abuja, given this consolidation, given this effort, by the grace of God, with traditional rulers, we are resolved to also work with them to ensure that our people are safe.
All in attendance resolved to work with security agencies to ensure peace and stability in Edo State. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has presented a comprehensive account of his achievements in office so far to his kinsmen at Udomi Irwa in Esa Central Local Government area. The governor was speaking during a reception held in his honor. BeeTv News senior reporter, Best Orator, has the details.
Speaking at a grand reception held at Udomi Primary School compound to celebrate the electoral success and tribunal victory, Governor Monday Okpebholo highlighted the strides his administration has made in less than 6 months. He reaffirmed his commitment to developmental policies and people-oriented governance, pledging to continue working for the progress and prosperity of Edo State. The governor emphasized that he would lead with the fear of God, uphold transparency, and ensure prudent management of state resources for the collective good of the people. Governor Okpebholo disclosed that his administration has extended electricity supply to the Udomi Owesan community to stimulate economic activities and foster commercial and industrial growth in the area.
All that concerns us is the development of Edo State. We have started all over Edo State. Edo South we have started. Edo North we have started. Edo Central we have started. Coming back home, we have started. From Uromi to Uwesa to area in Edo North, the construction of the road is ongoing. From Ubalu, Unokbo, Ujawale, Udomi, Ohe, Ilyolu, Afuda and others has also been awarded. We have also tried to improve on electricity in this land, in this Wesa, by providing 32 kVA line to Uwesa, dedicated line.
He also noted that the installation of transformers to enhance electricity supply and boost local productivity, adding that communities such as Owesa, Unewa, and Uromi are benefiting from extensive road construction projects aimed at improving transportation, easing the movement of goods and people, and reducing travel time. Highlighting his administration's effort in education, the governor said they are building new classroom blocks, renovating existing ones, and securing school premises with perimeter fencing to ensure a safe, conducive and affordable learning environment. Governor Okpebholo assured that his administration will remain focused on key development areas including road infrastructure, education, employment creation, and youth empowerment.
Seeing the evidence, the transformer is already installed. You can see the wonderful job that from here now to Onewa to Uromi, work is ongoing. By the grace of God, by the prayer of few people, and those states will have a new look. Less than 100 days in office, we have done much. All this will not happen if I am not getting the support back home. I the prayer of our people is very important and key at this point in time. God has blessed us in this land by giving us a governor. The power God has given to us is not for me, it's for the people. I will use it to serve our people.
He expressed deep appreciation to his kinsmen for their unwavering support, stating that his performance is rooted in the love and encouragement he received from his people. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Edo State government has delivered relief materials and financial support to the Madoti and Belebu communities in Obia Southwest local government area following a recent communal clash that disrupted peace and livelihoods. The intervention was initiated after tensions between the two neighboring communities escalated into violence, prompting urgent calls for government assistance. BeeTv News Best Orator has the details.
Edo State government, through the Edo State Emergency Management Agency, Edo SEMA, conducted an on-the-spot assessment of the situation in Madoti and Belebu communities in the Southwest local government area and immediately released financial aid to affected families. A total of 20 million naira was disbursed to support the rebuilding of destroyed homes and community infrastructure. Following the incident, Governor Monday Okwevolo personally visited the affected communities to assess the damage, engage directly with stakeholders, and declare a path to peace and recovery. During his visit, he made firm promise to the people of Madoti and Belebu, pledging financial assistance, provision of relief materials, and the establishment of a security post. These promises have now been fulfilled in full.
What has happened is criminality. We, as a government, will go after them. You will live peacefully in this land. Individuals can go after a community. Look at houses. People have lost their lives. Just because you want to steal, we will go after them wherever hiding. We must make sure we bring them to book. Maintain peace as you are maintaining it now. We will send you some relief materials, and we will still come here to work in this place so that you will feel the presence of government in this land. We have already made an arrangement, as we have already started sending soldiers, police, Air Force. Come and stay here with you people.
Building on the financial support, the government further dispatched truckloads of rice and other essential food items to the communities. The relief distribution was led by the Executive Secretary of Edo SEMA, Honorable Jerry Dahosa, who represented the governor at the event. Addressing the communities, Honorable Dahosa reassured residents of the government's unwavering commitment to grassroots development and sustainable peace.
The governor sent us here to bring down some relief material to these communities. And part of the promises of His Excellency to this community was that he was going to stand with them to ensure that peace is restored to this community, and also to help build homes and properties that were destroyed. By God's grace, the governor has kept to his words.
Honorable Dahosa also linked the intervention to broader national priorities, noting that the effort reflects the synergy between state and federal leadership. He said under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the federal government has prioritized grassroots engagement and inclusive recovery. He said Edo State is proud to complement that agenda through direct interventions.
I will want to appeal to them that they shouldn't let the governor down, but they've given us that assurance that the peace that has been preached here will be sustained. And also want to beg them again, once again, that let them see themselves as brothers, as family, because like the governor said, we are all one big family in Edo State. And I know they've heard His Excellency's voice, and they will yield to that advice he gave them.
The communal clash had severely strained relations between Madoti and Belebu. However, through prompt mediation and continuous dialogue with local stakeholders, peace has now been restored. Both community leaders and residents have confirmed the return of calm and pledged their support for long-term harmony. Mr. Igbala Ibazwaye, Chief Security Officer of Madoti's local vigilante group, expressed deep gratitude for the governor's prompt and compassionate response. In a similar vein, the Amanuwe of Gbelebu community, High Chief Enoch Solubo, commended the government for keeping to its promise.
He promised us many things. Promised us this rice, promised us 20 millions of naira, in which he has paid. He has paid the 20 million to our account. Then this is the distribution of the rice. This is a people's governor. Because many things have been happening in Edo State. We know they see governor. Immediately when this cry get to government house, then he respond immediately. I believe it's the 50th day that this incident happened, that the governor came to our area here. So, and since when he promised that he need peace, that everybody we are one.
He has come to fulfill his promise. And so all of us, the entire community is very happy. We are grateful with the governor for what he has done.
Residents of both communities received the relief items with joy and appreciation, describing the gesture as unprecedented. Community leaders also reiterated their commitment to maintaining peace and supporting the government's broader development agenda. Governor Okpewolo's intervention has been widely acknowledged as a timely and strategic move. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo has ordered the immediate suspension of Dr. George Oshiapi Egabo, the Okumagwe of Uwano Kingdom, Agenebode Esako East Local Government area of Edo State, over recent cases of incessant kidnapping and killings in his domain. A statement signed by the Governor Chief Press Secretary Fred Itwa said already a Secretary Chief Peter Omwegbimi has since been arrested by the relevant authorities following a recent incident that led to the death of a palace chief, late John Ikamati. The suspension of the traditional ruler is indefinite. Despite the soaring cost of international travel, Nigerians have continued to flood airports, with many even willing to sell their properties to secure a place abroad. This growing trend, fueled by the desire for better opportunities, has raised concerns over the affordability and feasibility of such journeys. According to the Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS), the number of Nigerians seeking to leave the country has surged in recent years, even as the cost for flights and visas climb higher. The reports.
If I have the property, I can sell them. I take my children there. Even myself, I can go.
According to the Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS), over 3 million Nigerians applied for passports in the last year alone, at 15% increase from the previous year. Many Nigerians are even selling their properties to afford the journey, desperate for better opportunities outside the country. In response to the high cost of traveling, many residents express understanding and even support for those who are selling off their assets to fund their trips abroad. They acknowledge the dire situation in Nigeria, where unemployment, inflation, and insecurity continues to rise. For many, leaving the country has become a lifeline to a better future, and they say they will do the same if given the opportunity.
So I have to sell on my property. Look at what is happening in our country presently. Nigeria is not really making people to smile. As a result of that, a lot of people really want to travel out. So I believe that's why people are selling little they have. They believe that if they get there, they will get a better offer. And people will value what they are doing. Imagine graduates, they are just doing a mini job just to survive. And the country is not really helping us. So I believe that's why people are really traveling abroad. So if I have the opportunity, I would do so. I will do the way people are doing as well.
When our government make Nigeria, livable for Nigerians, you can be rest assured that Nigeria will find Nigeria a livable place. Nigerians will find Nigeria, a place that they can invest in, and also a very peaceful place. To me, I believe that when you are focused, right, with 10 million naira, 20 million naira here in Nigeria, you can make something. You can actually, yes, you can.
Not waiting good for you. You do it. I just it. Yes, I can do it. If I have property, I can sell it. I tell my children, go to abroad. If you are successful there, You can come and pick me, I go back. I'll be there. So when my children have children, they deliver there, they will be citizens. At least we go well for them there. So why will I be suffering here?
Nigerians continue to make sacrifices in the hope of a better life abroad. The reality is clear. Many feel there are no opportunities left at home. With high cost and uncertainties, the desire to escape remains strong, and for many, it's a choice they would make if given the chance. Gifts Ugwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. The South-South Zonal Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, on Tuesday, 22nd April 2025, approved the appointment of caretaker committees to oversee the affairs of the party in Bayelsa and Edo State, respectively, for a period of 3 months. The report.
The decision, which is effective Tuesday, 22nd April 2025, was made known at the end of a zonal working committee meeting presided over by Chief Dan Obi, National Vice Chairman South-South of the party. The decision to set up caretaker committees for both states follows the dissolution of the State Working Committee of Bayelsa State and the caretaker committee in Edo State on account of what the PDP zonal working committee described as various acts of gross misconduct by the dissolved executives, which it said were in clear breach of the party's constitution and also the poor handling of internal crisis rocking the party in both states. For Edo State, the zonal working committee said it also took into reckoning the poor performance and woeful outing by the party in Edo State at the last governorship election. A statement issued by the zonal publicity secretary, Prince Etim Isong, said the national working committee took these decisions in the best interest of the party after a careful review of the activities of the party in both states in line with the constitution of the party as amended in 2017, particularly Articles 10.1 F, G, K, and 4, as well as Articles 26.2 A, 27.2 A and B, 58.1 A, C, I, J, and 59.1 F. The zonal working committee hopes that this bold move will strengthen the party's foundation and ensure effective leadership in both Bayelsa and Edo States, respectively. Given the details of the newly appointed Bayelsa and Edo State Working Committee members serving in the caretaker capacity, the zonal spokesman said, in Bayelsa, George Tona, South-South Zonal Secretary, is the caretaker chairman for Bayelsa State Working Committee. Tony Gabriel, Deputy Chairman. Ebilade Ekerife, Secretary. Didi Ebiakete, Vice Chairman Central. Andy Majors, Vice Chairman East. Evelyn Bolwebi Odi, Vice Chairman West. Biobelemoye Igoniwari, Treasurer. Awudu Makbu Agorodi Esquire, Legal Advisor. Ere Pagamo Eke, Financial Secretary, amongst others. In Edo State, Honorable Nosa Ogeva is the acting chairman, Chief Sonny Okomayi, deputy chairman, Hilary Otso, secretary, Nosa Iseleomo, vice chairman South, Ehisota Oriahi, vice chairman Central, Richard Ehimegbai, vice chairman North, Mrs. Tesorai, woman leader, Benjamin Ehimebodiaye, treasurer, Ima Ahaba, auditor, Daniel Okoji, organizing secretary, Bob Manuel Umoru, publicity secretary, William Umoru, legal advisor, Moses Izobo, financial secretary, Destiny Oriye, youth leader. The zonal publicity secretary said the national vice chairman for the South-South, Chief Dan Obi, emphasized the importance of unity and discipline within the party as he calls on the newly appointed party leaders to pursue genuine reconciliation among members to foster the cohesion necessary for repositioning the PDP for future political success in both states. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
As the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAM Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME kicks off on Thursday, April 24, 2025, students are putting finishing touches to their preparation. The exam, which was initially scheduled for April 25, 2025, was later rescheduled to accommodate essential commitment by the board. BeeTv News' Sandra Ogenekere has the report.
As many students prepare towards the forthcoming Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAM Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME, some students have expressed their fears and expectations in anticipation for the exam, emphasizing on how well they have prepared but afraid of the unforeseen circumstances that await the big day.
On a scale of 10 to 100, I would say 70.
I'm scared that I might not meet up with the cut-off mark. I'm expecting that they give me the course I want, the course of my choice.
I'm expecting 300.
If we say we should count from a scale from 10 to 100, I would say I will give my preparation an 80 because my difficult subject is English and JAM is on Thursday. So my faith mostly for English is mostly on the orals. The orals are really difficult. So I just pray God will help me in my forthcoming JAM. And I just pray I should get my expectation in my JAM score.
I'm kind of prepared that I'm going to pass. But my fear is that tension. No, normally if you get prepared, you enter the exam hall and you're like Jesus. Especially for people that have not written before, that's first time fear and all that. But I have lots of advantages because I've actually prepared for the exam. Let's say I'm 75% sure that I'm going to get my admission this year because actually I've dedicated everything to God, even my tithes, and because I really need admission this year, and I just hope that everything works according to my plan.
With over 2 million candidates registered for the examination this year, students are advised to familiarize themselves with the examination centers located within their choosing examination towns. Candidates are also advised to print their notification slips containing vital examination details from the JAMB website. With the exam date finally here, students are focusing on last-minute preparations, practicing past questions, and revising key topics. Sandra Ogenekewe, reporting for BeeTv News.
Visit to France. President Tinubu departed Nigeria on the 2nd of April for Paris, France. During the visit, he appraised his administration's mid-term performance and assessed key milestones since assuming office. In an earlier statement, Mr. Onondaga emphasized that President Bola Tinubu remains fully engaged in Nigerian governance despite being away. He explained that the president left Paris for London and maintained constant communication with key government officials overseeing critical national matters, including directives to security chiefs to address emerging threats on some parts of the country. The Isoko ethnic nationality has endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oboribori, for the 2027 presidential and governorship elections. Leaders from various political backgrounds converge on community, putting aside their differences. The report.
These Isoko leaders from all walks of life and different political leanings converge on the Uzere country home of former Chief of Defense Staff General Alexander Ogomudia, retired, to chart a way forward for their ethnic group. Paramount to them is unity, which they stressed they must not compromise.
And I'm happy that Isoko people have decided to come together today to operate on the theory of synergism, where we can put thoughts together under one common umbrella called Isoko.
To unite, because unity is what can enable us to achieve anything we want. Anything. Once you are united, I tell you, the sky is the limit.
We, the Isoko ethnic nationality, as major stakeholder in terms of economic consideration in this country, this gathering is to foster the required unity which is required for such
The Isoko community believes that President Bola Tinubu must be given a chance to continue his reforms in the nation, and that is why they are supporting his re-election in 2027.
The last fight for Isoko is to ensure that we deliver 70,000 votes for the President of Nigeria, President Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu, to remain as the president till 2031.
Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oboribori's administration has brought significant development in road, education, health, and human capital development in Isoko land and across the state. The reason they are backing him to continue.
As you all know, come 2027 by His grace, we are going to return our able performing governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborori. And if you can listen to what all the speakers have been saying, they have been praising him
and saying all the good things that they have done for Isoko Nation and Delta State at large. And such a man deserves a second tenure without even campaigning.
By rallying around President Tinubu and Governor Oboriwari, the Isoko leaders aim to ensure continuity in governance and further progress in the region. Sohe Osemegi reporting for BeeTv News.
In Ondo State, the command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Force arrested 7 persons for illegal mining and pipeline vandalism. The state commandant of the NSCDC said 135 criminal cases were recorded in the first quarter of 2025. The report.
According to the data released by the Public Relations Office of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC in Ondo State, a total of 135 criminal cases were recorded in the first quarter of 2025. Out of this figure, 2 kidnap cases were recorded by the command, while 7 persons were arrested for illegal mining and pipeline vandalism. Within the same period, 15 persons were apprehended for obtaining by false pretense, while 13 others were arrested for stealing, amongst others. The State Commandant of NSCDC, Oluyemi Joshua Ibiloye, who briefed journalists on the achievement of the command in the first quarter of the year, said his men are working tirelessly to tackle illegal oil bunkering and thefts. Ibiloye said efforts of the command are yielding results with the arrest of vendors and criminals in the state.
Ibiloye said efforts of the command are yielding results with the arrest of vendors and criminals in the state.
In the first quarter of the year, we're able to, in conjunction with Tantita and the Nigerian Army, we're able to bust some illegal refining set up in the thick forest of somewhere in Ilaje, which was widely reported. We're also a part of the Joint Task Force after the killing in Allah that was set up by the state government.
Ibiloye also revealed that the command is synergizing with other security agencies to address the rising cases of kidnapping in the state.
To arrest 2 kidnapped suspects, although they were not directly the suspects, but of course they are both the kidnapper who had actually strayed in from Kogi State.
On activities of private guard operators, the commandant said their operations are being checked on a regular basis.
Activities of illegal private security companies in the state, to a large extent, from our own appraisal, they are very minimal. And of course, we have the private guard units go out from time to time.
Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
In Kebbi State, the state government has flagged off training and selection of 70 Kebbi indigenous students for degree courses in different fields in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The initiative is part of the Capacity Building Project 2025 under the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor on Religious Affairs, Imrana Usman. Mr. Usman confirmed that a delegation from Saudi Arabia had arrived Kebbi State and already commenced screening of the candidates ahead of their scheduled trip. The report.
Students, that is, there will be 70 students qualified from Kebbi State. We have selected 3. Each local government will give us 3 children, 3 students that we are going to make a seminar to them tomorrow, inshallah, for selection of the qualified candidates. Those qualified candidates, the state government, inshallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, will take care of seeking admission to Saudi Embassy, to Saudi Kingdom, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
The Delta State government has recorded a notable achievement in reducing maternity mortality to 212 deaths per 100,000 lives. At the launch of the Maternal Perinatal and Child Death Surveillance and Response Report 2021 to 2023, the State Commissioner pledged to implement the report's recommendation to further reduce maternal and neonatal deaths, reaffirming the government's commitment to enhancing healthcare delivery.
With maternal mortality ratio estimated to 1,047 deaths per 100,000 life and neonatal mortality at 34.4 deaths per 1,000 life, Nigeria has one of the largest maternal and neonatal mortality rates globally. The Delta State government is committed to reversing these high numbers. So at the launch of the maternal, perinatal and child death surveillance and response report, it reaffirms its intent.
We will use the lesson learned from this review to further inform our investment in health infrastructure, human resource, emergency obstetric and newborn care, referral system and data analysis.
So the document that we have put together today, that we have launched, has shown significant movement from where we used to be, and has shown that even in as much as we have done so much, we still need to do much more. Change the strategies, retweak the structures for better results.
For health experts, the report is a bold step by the Delta State government to addressing these preventable deaths, and it should not stop there.
Where we are now in Delta is 212. It can come lower. That's why we're saying we must keep it up. We must try. And it's not something that only one person can do. It's not something that only state governments can do. It's not something that only doctors can do. It is all of us, you media men. Everybody puts hands together so that we make sure that no woman dies during childbirth.
In the facilities, we are already going on to establish the MPCA committee so that they can be reviewing the deaths as they also occur. All these are there towards making the fall in the maternal and parental mortalities to continue.
But the essence of this launch is to remind us and to re-energize us to do a lot more.
As Delta State government targets achieving further reduction, all the states are advised to take a cue to ensure Nigerians' large percentage contribution of global maternal and neonatal death is reduced drastically. Soher Osemege reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv Major News at 6. Right now, we'll be going on a short break and we'll be right back. To stay with us.
Hello, good news is in the offing. Edo State Government House newsletter is here. The digital maiden edition will hit your phone screens this April. The newsletter promises to enhance communication and engagement between the governor's office and the citizens of Edo State. The weekly newsletter would disseminate key information, highlight Governor Monday Okpewolo's achievements, provide updates on ongoing projects, and address pertinent issues directly to Edo people. The newsletter would also include key policy announcements and updates, provide timely information on new policies, legislative developments, and their potential impacts on citizens. Project highlights and progress reports showcase the progress of key infrastructure projects, social programs, and other government initiatives, offer insights into His Excellency's official engagements, speeches, interactions with stakeholders, and announce upcoming events and initiatives. Watch out!
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Well, in business news, export activities through Nigerian seaports are gaining momentum, with the Nigerian Customs Service recording a significant boost in the first quarter of 2025. The Lily Port Export Command says it facilitated more than 11,000 containers of export within 3 months, an achievement that signals steady progress in all trade. The report.
The Lily Pond Export Command of the Nigerian Customs Service says it's processed 11,459 containers between January and March this year, up from just over 5,800 in the same period of 2024. According to the controller Ajibola Odusonya, the total value of those exports hit $806.4 million, representing a 318% increase over last year's quarter figure.
Agricultural produce forms the highest
with a total value of $596,887,111.51. This was followed by manufactured goods, which amounted to $329,915,256.06, while solid minerals were $50,149,763.41. Others amounted to $9,488,166.26.
Controller Adesanya attributed the growth to an open-door policy for exporters, seamless export procedures, and continued collaboration with other regulatory agencies in the ports.
We have always maintained robust engagement with our critical stakeholders and work strategically with sister government agencies like the NDLEA, SON, Nigerian Quarantine Service, Police, NAFDAC, and others. In addition to collaborating with sister agencies, I have strengthened in this command relationship with exporters through operating an open door policy that ensures regular interaction and seamless export trade processing.
He expressed optimism that improved user experience at the command would continue to attract more exporters and support the federal government's goal of economic diversification through non-oil trade. Harmony Agba for reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where Russian president has said he's open to direct peace talk with Ukraine president for the first time since the early days of the war. Also, the price of gold has reached a record high on Tuesday as investors turn to safer assets. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on this and other stories from the foreign scene.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that he is open to direct peace talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for the first time since the early days of the war. Speaking on state TV, Putin said that Russia supports peace efforts and hopes that Ukraine will do the same. His spokesman Dmitry Peskov said this means Russia may be ready to discuss not targeting civilians. Despite this, Russian attacks on Ukraine continue. Putin's comments followed a call by Zelensky for a 30-day ceasefire on civilian targets after a short Easter truce that ended in mutual accusations of violations. Meanwhile, the price of gold reached a record high on Tuesday as investors turned to safer assets. This came after Donald Trump sharply criticized U.S. Central Bank Chief Jerome Powell on Monday, calling him a major loser for not cutting interest rates. Though markets in other parts of the world remain stable, whereas the International Monetary Fund's IMF is expected to release updated growth forecasts for individual countries, offering insights into which economies may suffer most for the global tariff war. Israel has confirmed that it carried out a drone strike near the Lebanese town of Bauta, killing Hussein Atwi, the leader of Al-Jamaa al-Islamiyah. The Israeli military said Atwi was involved in planning attacks from Lebanon into Israel territory and had targeted Israeli soldiers along the northern border. According to the military, he had also carried out rocket attacks, set up terrorist infrastructure, and tried to coordinate cross-border infiltration. Israel added that Atwi worked closely with Hamas in Lebanon. And lastly, from the global scene, at least 5 people have died after gunmen attacked a group of tourists in Pahalgam, a scenic town in India-administered Kashmir. Authorities told newsmen. The shooting happened in an area known for its beauty and often called the Switzerland of India. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah said the attack was the worst targeting civilians in recent years. Several others were also injured. Major Sinha said security forces were sent to the scene. No group has claimed responsibility so far. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
Now to entertainment. Following the annual death toll in Nollywood, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, has called for national prayers. The Guild made this known following the death of 2 actors on a movie set in Owerri, the Imo State capital. The report. A popular filmmaker, Stanley Otop, has shared a video capturing 4 actors being rushed to the Frederick University Teaching Hospital, Owerri, with 2 confirmed dead on arrival. The tragic incident reportedly occurred after consuming the drink given to them by the movie producer. However, reacting to the incident, AGN President Emeka Rollas, in a post shared on his Instagram page, called for national prayers with Pastor Jerry Eze. While noting that the victims are not members of the AGN, Rollas stated that the devil still wants this pattern of mass death repeated on annual basis in Nollywood. This comes exactly 1 year after a famous actor, Junior Pope, and 3 other crew members died during the production of The Other Side of Life movie in Asaba, Delta State. One of the most famous music festivals globally, Coachella, annually attracts thousands of people who gather at the Empire Polo Club in Indio, California, to see some of the world's most famous artists perform. After initial technical challenges that stopped his first appearance, Grammy-nominated star Rema returned to the Coachella stage for his second weekend outing. The hitmaker, who holds the record for the most streamed song and the highest charting song for a Nigerian artist on the Billboard 100, dazzled the audience with a rendition of his hit records. Rema thrilled the fans with a performance of his party starters, Bounce, Ozeba, Azaman, and his record-making song, Calm Down. Rema's performance comes after Afrobeat icon Seun Kuti and his Egypt 80 band dazzled fans with an exciting performance last week. Nigerian singer Cypro has taken to social media to show off his newly acquired home, sharing his emotional testimony, reflecting on his journey from doubt to success and abundance. In a heartfelt Instagram post on April 22nd, 2025, the Who Is Your Guy singer posted a video of his lavish, well-decorated home, reflecting on how he once faced harsh criticism and skepticism from people who believed he wouldn't survive in the music industry because of his Jesus Baby brand. Cypro also addressed those who once mocked him for boldly identifying with his faith, using himself as a point of contact for those who choose to walk in faith. Fans and celebrities alike have congratulated the star and celebrated his latest achievement. And that's it on Entertainment News tonight. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. And now talking sport, Super Eagles ace striker Victor Osimhen will reportedly earn at least a staggering 136,233,664,000 naira if he eventually switched to Manchester United in the summer. Let's now join our sports correspondent Freeman Osawe, who has more on these and other sports stories.
In the meantime, several Turkish outlets have claimed that Manchester United are close to finalizing a deal for Osimhen, who remains a Galatasaray player until the end of the season. The on-loan frontman has faced a hugely uncertain future over the last year due to how he's faring Napoli as it panned out after clashing heads with Antonio Conte. He was stripped of his number and removed from the side Serie A squad list before the season began, leaving him little to no time to agree a deal with the suitor before the transfer deadline. The Premier League's top 5 will qualify for Europe's elite club competition next season, and with Arsenal in a strong position to see their spot alongside Liverpool, a fascinating race is developing with the next 5 clubs separated by only 2 points. With 5 games remaining, City head into Tuesday's match at Etihad Stadium, 4th in the table, while Unai Emery's Villa and 7th, but trailed by just 1 point. With 5 games remaining, City head into Tuesday's match at Etihad Stadium, 4th in the table, while Unai Emery's Villa are 7th, but trailed by just 1 point. Villa progressed further than City, who fell at the playoff stage in the Champions. Sajon joined Chelsea from Manchester United on a season loan back in the summer. The loan includes an obligation to buy for a €25 million fee in the summer transfer window. The winger has failed to really make a mark at Stamford Bridge this season, failing to establish himself as a regular in Enzo Maresca's starting lineup. In his 35 appearances for the club, he has scored 3 goals, including the equalizer in the last 3 weekends, 2 to draw against Ipswich. And that's it on Sport News. Freeman Osawu reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gift Uwagboy. Have a good night.